everybody? This is Nightwing2303 from kicksoncourt.com. Today we have a performance review on the PEAK TP1, Tony Parker's first actual signature sneaker with the brand. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get right into it. So what we have here is mostly herringbone. There are a few targeted sections of different types of traction pattern, but the most that is used here is herringbone. Even though there is translucent rubber here, it worked great indoors, outdoors, dusty courts, clean courts. It was almost like that perfect type of setup. It's got great rubber here, great traction. The rubber is fairly pliable, and it just worked really well, so I have no complaints whatsoever. So the cushion implemented in this particular model is the same as the TP9 Team Lightning PE that I wore last year. It's the gradient dual, and the cool thing about this shoe is that they made this section translucent so that you can actually see the cushion. So these red points and the blue points are the dual density foam setups, and then all the black area is just that Phylon carrier. And then you can see it again in the back and the heel. Just like the Team Lightning, it's a very low profile and non-responsive in the sense that the cushion has a bounce back or a feeling to it. However, it works perfectly fine. I actually really like the setup. It allows your reaction speed to be a little bit quicker since you're not sinking into the cushion while you're maneuvering. And one of my favorite parts about the cushion is the actual insole used. I don't know what kind of material this is, but it's a really spongy and comfortable insole. So this is something that I definitely enjoyed. So the materials on the entire upper are predominantly fuse, and as you can see here, even through damage and all that stuff, wear and tear is what I like to call it, it's still going to hold up just fine. It flexes well with your foot. It's not stiff or rigid or anything like that, and it contains really nicely as well. And in the back here you have this couple of overlay panels which are just synthetics. They mimic leather, and it just gives the shoe a nice contrast as far as a visual aspect. As far as their fit is concerned, I would go true to size. They're not really wide, they're not narrow either, so it's one of those like it can accommodate most foot shapes. If you're a really heavy wide footer, you might want to consider going up half a size, but that's entirely up to you. This is one of those shoes where you're not going to be able to try them on in store because there aren't any, so that's going to kind of be up to your discretion. As far as lockdown is concerned, that forefoot and midfoot lockdown is nearly perfect. I have absolutely no complaints whatsoever. Once again, this material here, the fuse, there's no stretch to it, so it's going to keep up with your movements and it's going to contain your foot really well. And then the back area of the shoe is just really comfortable. It's just got this really great kind of anatomical fit here. It moves well with your foot. It locks your heel into the back of the shoe here perfectly, and it just feels really good. So I don't have any complaints with the fit whatsoever. This is definitely an upgrade in my opinion from the last model that I wore, the Team Lightning. As far as ventilation is concerned, we have a few perforated areas here on the toe box. We have a mesh tongue, and then we have these little vent holes on the medial and lateral side, and that's pretty much it. These little areas here, I don't know if they go all the way through the secondary layer underneath, so I wouldn't count that. If ventilation is important to you, just take this into consideration. As far as support is concerned, most of that's coming from that upper and that fit. In my opinion, it works really well. The rest of it is coming from this little outrigger here. Makes for a nice stable and wider base up at the front. And then at the midfoot here, you have what they're calling foothold. It's basically just a shank plate. It's for torsional support and a little bit of arch support as well. Alright guys, so that pretty much takes care of everything for the performance review on the PEAK TP1. In my opinion, there's just simple little upgrades that they did, mostly to the fit and the traction from the Team Lightning that I wore last year. It's definitely one of my favorites so far this year. Anything can change, it's still January, but as far as the overall package, the way that they look and the way that they play, this is definitely a go-to shoe for me. So thank you guys for watching, thanks for all your support. Purchasing links are going to be in the description box below. I know it's kind of hard to find Peaks in the US, but there is a US retailer as well as Canada that ships internationally. So thank you guys for watching, thanks for all your support, and until next time guys, have a good one.